So hello. Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and also support my small business at latricelimited.com. So abortions, as we know, is a very much of a hot topic. Okay. It's very much of a hot topic. And it's not just in the US. Okay. Yeah. You know, we got our crazy laws and our crazy government politics and everything that goes with it. Yes, we have that. But we also have some different interesting laws that are put into place overseas. Okay, so I have an article here. I'm gonna give my thoughts and opinions on it as we go. So it says Hungary enshrines fetal heartbeat abortion law. You may be like, what? What do you mean by that? I'll get to it. Rights advocates in Hungary were dismayed on Tuesday at the news that soon women seeking abortions will be forced to listen to the fetal heartbeat before doctors can go ahead with the procedure. So this is a step to further traumatize women. Okay, so here's the thing. Abortions are not always easy. Some women are just like, okay, well, I gotta get done, so we gonna do this or not. Meanwhile, some are like, oh, this is against everything that I believe. I really don't want to do this, but I'm not ready for a kid right now. Okay. And you're like, okay, we get all that, you know, it could be hard for you. I get that, but we're going to have you listen to this baby, this little fetus, heartbeat real quick, you know, just to make sure that you're okay. And that for some women could be very much traumatizing, you know, like, okay, I really don't want to do this, but I'm not ready. I'm not physically, mentally prepared for this. And then now it's like, well, it's by law required for you to do this. And then now you're like, oh. So it may make you regret, or it may end up being a more negative outcome, if you know what I mean, in terms of harm, you know. So this is the problem that we have. Why not just allow the person to get the procedure done? Why do you have to have them listen to it? And why are you having the woman listen to it? It takes two to tango, right? So whoever got the woman pregnant, shouldn't he have to listen to this as well? Shouldn't he have to pay some fine? Shouldn't he have to get, and this is the problem. You have all the accountability put on the woman, like the woman just opened up her legs and then magically got pregnant. Well, it takes it takes a penis, y'all. You know, so I don't get this whole thing of, oh, well, we're just going to have the woman experience everything, but never have the man experience anything. But he's a part of it. Is he not? Huh? Is he not a part of it at all? You're going to say he's not a part? Then let's never have paternity leave or anything like that. Okay? No paternity leave, right? Because you're saying that he shouldn't care or whatever. And give 50% of his paycheck up then to support the kid, right? No, we're not going to do that because that's crazy. You know, yes, a man should be in the life of his child. So why in this, since it's a living, breathing child, or so you say, even though a lot of the organs are not developed, why are you now being like, well, we can't do that, you know? But I digress. I got more of this. It says, it is definitely a worrying step back, a bad sign. All right. And it said, this amendment achieves nothing, but will further traumatize women. Put additional pressure on women who are already in a difficult place, which is 100% true. So the amendment will be published late on Monday, will go into effect on Thursday. Women in Hungary are allowed to access an abortion up to 12 weeks of pregnancy, sometimes later if there are severe health complications at play. All right, you will need to have a counseling session beforehand though, which whatever. All right. It says under the new law, doctors must also issue a report that records that the pregnant woman was presented with the factor indicating the functioning of a fetal vital functions in the early identifiable matter. Okay. And here's the point that goes with it that makes me like, this doesn't make any sense, y'all. Where it says doctors and reproductive rights researchers have pointed out in response to similar laws in other countries that a fetal heartbeat is something of a misnomer, as the heart is not fully formed And the fluttering sound where a heart might develop comes long before limbs grow and brain activity begins. Okay? So you want these women to feel, I mean, this is a giant guilt trip. That's really what this is. Oh, well, you really shouldn't. I mean, if you're going to do it, but little Tommy could grow up and be a doctor. But I mean, it's your decision. You know what I mean? He could be a lot, but and he could get criminals off the street. But hey, I mean, you do it. It's a giant guilt trip that these people are putting them through. Meanwhile, you have doctors, you have researchers, advocates who are saying, yo, you may hear some weird flutter, but the brain ain't there. It's like, think about it. It's like saying anyone who is medically declared to be brain dead must stay on life support because their brain is there. Okay, so that's what you're saying. The brain is there, even though it's no function at all. In this case, there's no brain really at all. So they must be on there, or you commit murder if you take them off of life support and you go to prison. Does that make any sense? It doesn't make any sense. Barely any limbs. So it's a limbless, brainless thing. It's literally this size. And you're like, well, yeah, we gotta, because it's the baby, and come on, y'all. This is absolutely insanity. What's going on? It's just another thing controlling women's bodies, always wanting to dictate what she can do. Meanwhile, we turn to y'all. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. Y'all could get 100 women, 500 women pregnant in a day if y'all wanted to. But it's a problem for us, but not a problem for y'all. I find that to be very interesting. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments down below. And until then.